I'm Megan Van Petten, founder of the Esports Trade Association and host of the Esports Connected podcast. I am inspired to share key tidbits from several interviews conducted with industry influencers over the 3-day span of our EsportsNext Conference. To be able to celebrate and learn from those who are shaping our community is such an honor. Press play and let the waterfall of knowledge wash over you as it did for me. Enjoy.
Hello and welcome back. We're here day 3 at the Esports Trade Association EsportsNext Conference, having fun in Chicago, as they say, Illinois. And as you're a child, you probably say Illinois, as I did up until my 20s. Now, I'm here with a very special guest, Joanie Kraut from Women in Games International. How are you?
Good, how are you?
I'm super. I feel like we just did this virtually last week.
At least we're not getting killed by squirrels today.
Did we get killed by squirrels? I think we got killed by a scorpion. I would have been okay if I got killed by a squirrel in that game because, I really only had a little bit of knowledge of what was going on. We were playing Final Fantasy 14 last week.
Yep.
On stream, so it was a lot of fun. So, you've been here at the Esports Trade Association Conference. I'm going to give you 2 minutes in the hot seat to give me a little bit of info about you and WIGI. In 2 minutes, the clock starts now. Boom.
Oh, man. Okay, hey, what's up? I'm Joanie. I'm the CEO at Women in Games International. We are a nonprofit based out of Los Angeles, California. We are focused on normalizing women in the global games industry from a professional standpoint, so we want to see more women in the C-suite. We are finding a direct correlation between more women who are professionals in the industry and more people who identify as gamers who are women, and we don't believe that that's a coincidence. So we want more women working on games. We provide workshops and programs. We have templates. We have AMAs and panels. We're trying to help elevate whatever it is you need from a professional standpoint to get ahead, and we want to be that resource for anybody trying to get into the industry. Look at that, 1 minute.
Oh gosh, now you have another minute and 9 seconds still.
Keep going.
To talk about the initiatives that you're doing. Ready to go.
Oh, okay. Well, we have WIGI Wednesday. Every Wednesday we have new content. So we have a Cheat Codes podcast focused on mentorship, and it's an interactive podcast. You can ask questions. It's live streamed on Twitch. We actually have one today, if this is today that you're posting
Wednesday.
this. Yep, Wednesday. And then we also have our Stat Boost workshop coming up in September 24th through the 26th, and that's focused on self-advocacy. That is sponsored by Stream for a Cause. And we also have a power leveling series the first Wednesday of every month, and that is a panel on Zoom. It's meant to be very kind of off Twitch so that you can have, very specific questions to your situation and not be worried about who's hearing those questions.
Is it like a Discord or something?
It's on Zoom.
Zoom? Oh,
yeah.
Gotcha.
And then we also have tabletop gaming. So the third Wednesday of every month we have tabletop adventures, and we either play through a game or we talk to people who are into tabletop gaming.
Woo, she did it. So wait, you were telling me about tabletop. You got into Dungeons and Dragons though.
Yeah, I'm a dice goblin. I have so many dice.
I know. The most I know about Dungeons and Dragons is my brother played it in the back of a game shop in the 90s.
Yeah.
And
he can come back now.
And then from the TV show Stranger Things.
Yes.
And from seeing it at game shops. And then I played this DOS game in the 90s called Eye of the Beholder.
Okay.
It was like a go through a dungeon, and it was really not the same at all. But so...
Good story.
I've seen Dungeons and Dragons on Twitch play, but you on Thursdays, you said? When do you do the tabletop?
Oh, no, that's Critical Role. Yeah, we totally are the same as, yeah.
So, you're the tabletop, though?
The tabletop. So, I think it's the third or fourth Wednesday of the month.
Okay.
We have tabletop adventures, and we want to normalize women in the entire industry. So not just video game development, but tabletop and esports. And so we're really trying to just incorporate different areas of the games industry. So we're trying to normalize that women also play tabletop gaming. So we feature chess, we feature D&D. We have a friend who's actually launching a Kickstarter right now, so that's all finalized, and we're going to do their game as soon as it comes out.
Oh, fun.
Yeah, so...
That's a fun process. My buddy created a board game. He's a board game nerd. He's got two, but one's actually in a box. We played a lot of time. It's called Mow Money, like a mowing. Anyways,
oh, cute.
His dad was like a mower growing up, whatever that, lawn care company, that's the word.
Lawn care.
So it's very much one of those get contracts, build up a repertoire, and put tokens in, very much like other games. I play a lot of board games. Board games and card games I've played for years.
Yes.
A lot of people, all the couples from church, we all whatever for years.
Nice.
But we've definitely been turned on to really fun games like the Panda game. There's a Panda, it's an Asian name. Okay. And we'll move on from that one. Settler Catan, we played that a few times. King Domino, my kids love. It's a really fun two little things where you have to match up wheat and grass.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
Machikoro is a lot of fun. Okay. See, look at that. I'm saying stuff you don't even know.
Yeah, I like exploding kittens.
We just got that last month. My kids love it.
So fun. Yeah.
They love it. And we got the unicorns one.
Yeah. Is it just exploding unicorns?
Is that what it's called?
I have no idea, but I do know the unicorn.
Unicorn one. That one we love. We think, this is only take 20 minutes, and then 3 hours later, we're done with the game.
Yeah.
Maybe, or we're mad at each other. Like it's
done.
bedtime, kids. Go to sleep.
Yeah.
We'll pick it up. We won't pick it up tomorrow. Okay, so gaming. Obviously, we're talking about tabletop right now. The last question I have, I think you answered this last week on the other show, is tabletop in the sense of it's on Zoom or it's a Discord where people are watching one of the things, or are you playing like an online version of it, or?
Yeah, so when we do the tabletop adventures, we do it on Twitch, and we just stream it there. We also just set up our YouTube channel, which is very exciting. I don't know what's on there. You can check it out. But everything is at Get WIGI, and we did a one-shot for the very first one, and we got such a really positive response that we made it a monthly thing. And we love to feature female-created games, and then female gamers who are women gamers. Just anybody who identifies as underrepresented is really who we're trying to promote, and trying to give that amplification of their voice and the game that they're playing, and the fact that they are playing it and they're excited to be there. So,
well, you're doing great work. I think what you're doing with Women Games International is amazing. I think the opportunity, what you just said, with more female content creators, more female gamers, more female game creators, right? So if you're out there, what's a website they can go to?
GetWIGI.com.
GetWIGI.com. You know why GetWIGI?
Yeah. I inherited that. I didn't make that up.
That's exactly why. GetWIGI. We're in Miami with Will Smith.
Yeah.
Saying Get WIGI.
So it's actually Get Women in Games International. It makes sense if you think about it. But Get.
Of course it does.
Yeah.
But Get WIGI is really cool. Makes you want to dance. Definitely. So last couple questions here about the conference.
Yes.
So yesterday you were on a panel for women in games. I think that was
esports. Yeah.
There we go. Esports. Which there's a difference, folks. Women in esports. What were some takeaways for you in that time from the other panelists?
Oh, the other panels were amazing. Also, the moderator was incredible. Just hearing everybody's story.
Crazy good.
And she's so high energy. She's just always happy. She's amazing. We talked a lot after the panel too. We had a lot of people kind of coming up to us, and I was kind of like, it's still the same questions of how do we get more women in gaming, and I'm like, come on guys, let's move forward. But I think the fact that it's still the question means it's still a big conversation, and it's exciting to see how many companies are interested in getting more girls on their esports team and getting more diversity within their whether it's their college team or it's their professional team or it's just their industry. I think the biggest takeaway was just that there is still that interest, and there's just a lot of learning to do, a lot of growth.
Yes, that has got to be I think we talked about this as well. Just you're a girl gamer. Tell us why there aren't more girls, or why there are more women, or let's only bring you on the show to talk about women in esports.
Yeah.
I never get, hey, Bubba, can you come in and talk about chubby white men with beard? Can you come in and talk
What
about
is it like to be a white cis male in gaming?
White cis male in gaming, I have nothing to worry about.
Oh, man, that's amazing. How do we get more white cis males into gaming?
Allies.
Wow.
You know how there's video games where there's evil ones and allies? Be the latter one,
good guy.
the ally. You can be an ally. And like I've said, I am still ignorant, and I can be an ally. So you have forgiveness when it comes to understanding, but you can also... You don't have to worry about asking questions. You can ask questions.
Yes.
Like Joanie, what is it acceptable for me to represent myself as he, him, and should I put that on my LinkedIn? Is that something I should do, or am I perpetuating something, or am I giving in, or why is it important for me to do something like he/him on my LinkedIn?
So I've had a lot of really great conversations, especially check out Queer Women of Esports. They have an amazing DEI training program and just have these conversations all the time. You can just ask anything. I've learned a lot from that group. So I agree with putting the she, her, the he, him, the they, them, if you want to. I think encouraging people to do it to normalize it, and also to make sure that the conversations you're having are meaningful and include you as you are, and I think that's important. I don't like the idea of pushing people that you have to do it. Some people aren't ready to say their pronouns.
Yep.
So if you want to and you're comfortable with it, I say do it. But if you're not, there's no pressure that you have to. If you are a he, him, and you identify as a he, him, and you were maybe born as a he, him, and you don't want to put he, him on your profile, then don't, and that's fine. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I think it's just, if you want to be that ally, if you want to take that next step, and you want to show that it's a normalized thing to identify yourself, then I encourage it.
Well, I agree with you. There's two ends of the spectrum of how I feel most men in this situation may feel of, I'm going to do it to jump on the bandwagon because I changed my logo to all black last summer, and I put a rainbow flag on my logo last year as well. So I'm gonna
from June 1st to June 30th.
I did it all of a month, and so I recognize that there's a lot of that. I do what's trendy,
right?
And then I recognize there's a lot of I am an ally. So I like what you said about not being forced, because it does need to be normalized. I think that's what's important, and the benefit of cis white males of having no care in the world, we need to understand what it's like. We need to understand what it's like, and we don't, because we sit in this position, this role, and it's dumb. So,
well, and depression rates right now among cis white males are at an all-time high, because there is a lot of, calling out what's wrong. So I think it's just really taking that stance of moving forward with, I do have a seat of privilege, and I'm going to use it to leave the world a better place. And I think that's a better conversation of, it's not something's wrong with you because you're amazing or because you have these amazing opportunities. It's because you have these amazing opportunities, what could you be using this platform for to help encourage or empower someone else? So empowered people empower people. If you're empowered, find a way to empower somebody else.
Empower. Love it. Okay. So getwiggy.com. Empower people. Hold hands and let's do this together.
Kumbaya.
We are the world. I heard yesterday that was like one of the most. I was listening to a book because I don't like to read. I like to listen to books.
Okay.
I was reading this book called The Third Place. I think I was telling you about it last week, but the guy was interviewing Quincy Jones, the musician, and he was talking about how the We Are the World from the 80s, with like Michael Jackson and Sting and everybody else. That's like the number one most top song ever in the history.
Wow.
I didn't realize that. I would have thought like Justin Bieber would have had that. The Biebs.
The Biebs.
Yeah. Anyway, side note, we're here at the Esports Trade Association Conference Esports Next. This has been Joanie Kraut with Women in Games International. GetWiggy.com, GetWiggy on social media. Check it out. If you are a woman or a female and want to know more and are a content creator or game creator or any of that kind, please check out GetWiggy.com. Thanks so much, guys. See you later.
Bye.